Yes, good morning. I have in my previous session, I told you about the manners and about the Japanese in Japan. I'm dealing with Boeing. I already told you in my previous class that Boeing is just like a man. Everybody bows to everybody else. And I have told you the examples which is given by George Mikes. There are some basic rules in family. That is, the wife goes to her husband, the child goes to his father, younger brothers to elder brothers, and sister goes to all brothers of whatever age. Even if the brother is younger than the sister, she bows to that younger brother also. And also, George Mikesh quotes here Japanese stores employing of Boeing girls of Japanese stores, from the Japanese stores. These Boeing girls stand up at the top of the escalators, and whose only duty is to bow deeply and differentially to all and sundry, whether it is very younger or elder. This is, they have to go to everybody, and then the two conductors, the two TCs, ticket collector, they enter the carriage and bow everybody else in two directions, and then start checking the tickets. And one thing, another thing George Mikes or George Mikesh puts here in this travelogue, that he went to Nara, the place in Japan. There he met a deer, this one, deer. And then this narrator, George Mikesh, bought a packet of food for this deer. And when he saw the deer came up to him, to the narrator, looked into his eyes and bowed deeply. The deer bows deeply to the narrator, whether it is true or not. He says that it is true. It came in front of the narrator, George Mikes, and bowed deeply. It was no chance of gesture. It was a proper and courteous bow. Perhaps what Mikes writes here is, deer are more imitative than he knew. Perhaps if they see people bowing all the time, they get into the habit of that bowing also. But suddenly, the deer jumped up at the narrator and snatched the little food back from his hand. This was the incident which he had experienced in Japan. Then another incident he quotes here, the cursing or bowing. When at the bus stand, when there is, as soon as people bowing to each other with ceremonious serenity at bus stops, but as soon as the bus arrives, the bowing gentlemen are transferred into savages. They push each other aside, tread on each other's toes, and show their elbows into each other's stomachs. This is what the manner in Japan George Mikes have seen. Then another one manner is eating soup. Eating soup. Whenever the guest comes to Japanese house, they give him a soup. Then there is a tradition in Japan that whenever the hostess or the owner of that family owner of that family gives soup, when the host, the guest, when he eats or drinks that soup, he has to make a loud noise. Loud noise. Loud noise. That is what Mikesh quotes here is right. This is fearful noise. Fearful noise. He has to make fearful noise when he drinks the soup. Just like he has to make that fearful noise. Otherwise, the hostess think that what an ill-literate person, what an ill-mannered host is this one, what an ill-mannered guest he is. In that way, the hostess or the owner of that family thinks. If the complication arises here, if the guest makes fearful noise from other country, I go to Japan and some hostess give me a soup, and according to the tradition of the Japan, I have read in the book, according to the tradition of the Japan, I made a fearful noise. But here, the hostess thinks that what an ill-mannered man he is. Because he don't know his tradition, his culture. This is complication in Japan. So, no reasonably, but if you make a fearful noise, she will think, no reasonably well brought up European makes such disgusting noises when eating soup. He must be an ill-mannered, loud. She thinks that. So these are the all manners. There is a courtesy, there is a manner, there is a privacy, there is a hierarchy of going, and who goes to whom, how deeply, how long. This is hierarchy. They can make easily bow. They easily bow to everybody. For whom to bow? For how much, how deeply, for how long. This is there in Japan. And in my next class, we will have the experiences experienced by George Mikesh in Brazil. There is also some of humorous points to be noted there. Thank you very much.